The Nintendo Switch 2 is shaping up to be a platformer's paradise. From long-awaited sequels to bold new concepts, these upcoming titles aren't just games, they're reasons to own the console. Here are 10 platform games you won't want to miss. Let's start off light with something delightfully ridiculous. Human Fall Flat 2. If you've played the first one, you already know what to expect. Surreal dreamscapes, awkward physics puzzles, and a construction worker named Bob who falls asleep and stumbles through absurd obstacle courses. There isn't much of a story. Bob drifts into sleep and finds himself in increasingly strange, dreamlike construction scenarios. The environments play like metaphors for his subconscious, and the lack of narrative is intentional. The focus here is on experimentation, not exposition. What makes this sequel worth anticipating is its commitment to expanding creativity. The developers have promised more complex physics interactions, broader puzzle design, and improved multiplayer features. Sometimes, the best platformers aren't about the story, they're about how much fun you can have failing with friends. Next up is a dark horse that might surprise you. Castle of Heart Retold. This is a complete overhaul of a cult favorite action platformer inspired by Slavic mythology. You play as a cursed knight whose body slowly turns to stone unless you keep up the momentum through combat. The story follows the knight's desperate journey to rescue Priestess Mira from a malevolent sorcerer before he petrifies completely. Along the way, you'll face mythical creatures like Chorts and Budniks, battle across haunting Eastern European landscapes, and fight against time, literally. The Retold version introduces multiple endings, richer lore, and rebalanced mechanics that make the original feel fully reimagined. It's still gritty and tense, but now it offers a narrative that matches its intense gameplay. For fans of atmospheric side-scrollers with high stakes, this one's not to be overlooked. This one caught me completely off guard. Cosmic Holidays is a vibrant, fourth wall-breaking adventure about a factory worker named Sibo who wins the galaxy's only vacation after a lifetime of non-stop labor. Of course, his shuttle crashes, and instead of a resort, he ends up stranded on a bizarre alien planet. Sibo talks directly to you throughout the game, expressing his emotions with visual cues, like inflating his head when he's upset or amazed. It's equal parts heartfelt and hilarious. The environments are handcrafted ecosystems with strange creatures and even stranger physics, encouraging exploration over combat. What sets this game apart is its commentary. Underneath the colorful art style and light platforming lies a sharp critique of work culture and escapism. It's not just a game, it's a conversation. And for a platformer to pull that off without feeling preachy, that's something I'm genuinely excited to experience.
You will go further than 1,000 giants.
Now this is one of the most emotionally daring games on the list, Constance. You play as a once-renowned painter trapped inside her own deteriorating mind, navigating 6 surreal biomes that each represent different aspects of her psyche. Every environment is filled with visual metaphors for anxiety, doubt, and memory loss. The gameplay centers around a paintbrush mechanic. You're not just jumping and dodging, you're literally painting the world back to life. Certain colors unlock platforms, while others erase obstacles or reveal hidden paths. The way you interact with the environment reflects Constance's healing process. What makes this game stand out is how boldly it tackles mental health through platforming mechanics. The corruption that spreads across levels mirrors the destructive power of negative thoughts. It's artful without being abstract and personal without being preachy. This is platforming as storytelling at its most mature. Here's a big one, Donkey Kong Bananza. This isn't just another jungle adventure. This time, DK finds himself on a journey to the planet's core in search of Banandium gems during a mythical gold rush. But he's not going it alone. He's teaming up with a young version of Pauline who disguises herself as a chunk of rock. Yeah, it's weird, but in a great way. The gameplay shifts away from pure solo platforming and leans into buddy mechanics. Pauline's singing can trigger transformations in Donkey Kong, giving him unique powers to break through environmental obstacles. And the further you go, the more you uncover a narrative about identity, ambition, and sacrifice. Why am I excited for this? Because for once, Pauline isn't just waiting to be rescued. She's a key player. And the destructible environments make exploration feel meaningful. It's not just about bananas anymore, it's about evolution. I never expected to be this hyped about a remaster, but Yooka-Replaylee really earned its spot. It's a full overhaul of the original Yooka-Laylee, the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. This version isn't just polished, it's rebuilt with tighter controls, smarter level design, and actual character development. You still control the lovable duo, Yooka the Chameleon and Laylee the Bat, as they chase down Capital B, the greedy villain who stole every book in existence. The game's whimsical book world settings serve as portals to different themed levels, each more imaginative than the last. What's new here is how much more cohesive everything feels. Collectibles have purpose, the buddy mechanics are more fluid, and even the soundtrack has been reorchestrated to match the tone. It's a second chance for a game that had heart but lacked refinement, and now it delivers on both. Number 4. Elusive. This one instantly grabbed me with its concept. Elusive drops you into the world of Zoe, a tiny raider living in a reality where humans are giants. Her mission? Sneak through massive human homes to collect resources for her underground community. It's classic platforming, but with a stealth twist and a wildly creative scale. Everything around you becomes an obstacle. A spoon is a slide, a cat is a level boss, and a spilled cup of tea is basically a death trap. Zoe wears makeshift disguises made from scraps of clothing to blend in with her environment. Getting spotted means starting over, so every movement matters. Why is this game so highly anticipated? Because it brings something fresh. Nintendo has mastered action and puzzle platformers, but stealth in a miniaturized world adds a whole new layer of challenge and storytelling. If executed well, this could be one of the most innovative platformers in years. I was already in love with Planet of Lana, but Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf takes that emotional platforming to a whole new level. Lana returns, not just as a sister seeking rescue, but now as a leader guiding a group of child survivors through post-invasion landscapes overrun by robotic threats. The game continues the tradition of silent storytelling where emotion is conveyed through animation, lighting, and music. This time, Lana's relationship with her cat-like companion Mui deepens. He's not just a helper anymore. He's part of the group dynamic. You'll need to coordinate between characters to solve environmental puzzles and survive ambushes. What makes this sequel so anticipated is the scale of its narrative. It's still intimate, but the stakes are higher. The world building is richer, and the themes of resilience and sacrifice are more poignant than ever. It's shaping up to be a platformer that makes you feel. This one might surprise you, but Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Switch 2 edition with its new star-crossed world campaign has serious weight. Kirby's first full 3D platforming adventure already nailed the basics, but this new edition dives deeper into his lore, especially the relationship with Elfilin, the gentle half of the powerful alien being Fecto-Elfilis. The new content expands on that duality, pushing the narrative into more emotional territory than we usually get from a Kirby game. The environments are post-apocalyptic but vibrant, and the signature mouthful mode continues to turn mundane objects into wild gameplay mechanics. This isn't just a visual upgrade, it's a thematic one. The story explores identity, conflict, and redemption in ways I didn't expect from a franchise known for its cheerful simplicity. With added difficulty modes and expanded levels, it feels like Nintendo's giving Kirby the prestige treatment, and I'm all for it. At the very top of the list, no surprise here, is Hollow Knight, Silksong. We've been waiting years for this, and every glimpse we've seen has only added to the anticipation. This time, you play as Hornet, captured and taken to a mysterious kingdom called Farloam. Unlike the downward descent of the first game, Silksong is all about ascending, both physically and narratively. Hornet moves completely differently from the Knight. Her combat is faster, more acrobatic, and deeply tied to her identity as a weaver. You'll fight through over 165 new enemies, explore biomes dripping with secrets, and unravel a personal story that expands the lore of the Hollow Knight universe in meaningful ways. What makes Silksong the most anticipated platformer on the Switch 2 isn't just the mechanics, it's the precision, the polish, the sheer artistry. Team Cherry didn't just build a sequel, they built an evolution. And for fans of tight combat, stunning world design, and environmental storytelling, there's nothing else quite like it. And that wraps up my list of the most anticipated platform games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Each title brings something fresh, whether it's bold storytelling, inventive mechanics, or long-awaited sequels. Let me know which one you're most excited to play. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.